Deep within the Amazon, a secret sleeps, a sacred vine, a whispered promise. This is ayahuasca, a brew older than time. It holds the wisdom of the rainforest. It whispers of healing and transformation.
For centuries, indigenous tribes have held this secret close. They have used ayahuasca in their ceremonies. It has been their guide to the spirit world.
Ayahuasca is more than a drink, it is a portal. Ayahuasca is a South American psychoactive beverage traditionally used by indigenous cultures and folk healers in the Amazon and Orinoco basins for spiritual ceremonies, divination and healing of a variety of psychosomatic complaints. It opens a doorway to the unseen. Once confined to parts of South America, ayahuasca's use expanded globally in the mid-20th century, driven by the rise of syncretic Brazilian religions incorporating ayahuasca as a sacrament. It spread notably to the US and Western Europe, and more recently to Eastern Europe, South Africa, Australia and Japan. It allows communication with the spirits. It offers healing for the body and soul.
The tribes understand its power. They treat it with respect. They know its secrets.
Ayahuasca, long held in the sacred traditions of indigenous tribes, has begun to spread its roots beyond the Amazon. As the modern world becomes curious about ancient wisdom, ayahuasca's allure grows. Researchers and spiritual seekers alike are drawn to its promise of profound transformation.
In recent years, scientific interest in ayahuasca has surged. Researchers are exploring its potential benefits for mental health. Studies suggest it may help with depression, anxiety, and PTSD. The brew is showing promise in therapeutic settings.
This ascent into the modern consciousness brings both opportunities and challenges. While ayahuasca offers healing, it also demands respect. Its power is not to be taken lightly.
As we explore its potential, we must honor its origins. We must listen to the wisdom of the indigenous cultures that have nurtured this sacred vine for centuries.
Deep in the Amazon, the shaman holds the secret. The shaman is the guardian of the vine, understands its power and knows its whispers. The shaman is the bridge between worlds and he guides the seekers.
The shaman prepares the brew. He gathers the sacred plants. He follows ancient recipes. He sings his prayers. He infuses the ayahuasca with intention. He calls upon the spirits.
The shaman's role is crucial. He is the keeper of tradition, the one who ensures the ceremony's sanctity. Through his guidance, the seekers embark on their journey, safe and protected. The ayahuasca ceremony is a sacred ritual. It is a journey into the self. It is a confrontation with the shadow. It is a chance for rebirth. It is a path to healing.
The brew is consumed. The effects begin. The world shifts. Colors become vibrant. Sounds intensify. The veil between worlds thins. Visions appear.
The journey is intense. It can be challenging. It can be frightening. It can be beautiful. It is always transformative. It brings buried emotions to the surface. It forces a reckoning with the self.
The ceremony is a communal experience. The seekers support each other. They share their journeys. They create a bond of trust. They find strength in unity. The vine connects them.
In this sacred space, healing unfolds. The seekers emerge changed, carrying with them the whispers of the rainforest and the wisdom of the vine.
Ayahuasca has been used for centuries. It is a cornerstone of indigenous medicine. It is a tool for spiritual growth. It is a way to connect with the divine. It is a legacy passed down through generations.
The tribes of the Amazon hold the ancient wisdom. They have used ayahuasca to heal physical ailments. They have used it to address emotional wounds. They have used it to maintain spiritual balance.
Ayahuasca is not just a medicine. It is a teacher. It offers insights into the nature of reality. It helps people understand their place in the cosmos. It connects them to the spirit of the rainforest.
The legacy of ayahuasca is one of respect. It is a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. It is a call to protect the rainforest. It is a testament to the power of plant medicine.
For centuries, ayahuasca remained hidden. It was a secret of the Amazon. It was known only to the indigenous tribes. The outside world was unaware of its power. The vine slept, waiting for its time.
The 20th century arrived. Explorers ventured into the rainforest. They sought new discoveries. They encountered the tribes. They learned of the sacred vine. The whispers began to travel.
Richard Spruce, a botanist, made a crucial discovery. In 1851, he documented ayahuasca. He described its use by the indigenous people. He brought the vine's existence to Western science. He planted a seed of curiosity.
The whispers grew louder. Ethnobotanists followed. They studied the plants of the Amazon. They learned about ayahuasca's properties. They documented its preparation. They began to understand its significance.
The vine began to stir. It caught the attention of those seeking expanded consciousness. The Beat Generation writers arrived. William Burroughs and Allen Ginsberg journeyed to the Amazon. They experimented with ayahuasca. They wrote about their experiences.
Their words sparked interest. They introduced ayahuasca to a wider audience. They described the visions. They explored the psychological effects. They opened a door to the West.
Terence McKenna emerged. He became a prominent voice in the psychedelic movement. He championed ayahuasca. He shared his experiences. He developed theories about its effects on consciousness.
McKenna's work was influential. He captivated a generation. He inspired further exploration. He helped bring ayahuasca into the mainstream conversation. He fueled the growing interest. The embrace of the West. Ayahuasca's journey continued. It crossed the ocean. It found a foothold in the West. It resonated with those seeking alternative healing. It attracted spiritual seekers.
Retreat centers began to emerge. They offered ayahuasca ceremonies to Westerners. They provided a safe space for exploration. They combined traditional practices with modern guidance.
The demand grew. More people traveled to the Amazon. They sought the vine's wisdom. They hoped for healing and transformation. Ayahuasca tourism became a phenomenon. The West embraced ayahuasca. It became part of the alternative spirituality landscape. It offered a new path to self-discovery. It challenged conventional notions of healing. A cultural crossroads. Ayahuasca's arrival in the West created a crossroads. It brought together different cultures. It sparked a dialogue between tradition and modernity. It raised important questions.
The issue of cultural appropriation emerged. Concerns were raised about respecting indigenous traditions. The importance of responsible use was emphasized. The need for ethical guidelines became clear.
The scientific community took interest. Researchers began to study ayahuasca's effects. They explored its potential therapeutic applications. They investigated its impact on the brain. Ayahuasca's journey is ongoing. It is a complex and evolving story. It is a testament to the vine's enduring power. The science of the vine. Ayahuasca's rise has sparked scientific curiosity. Researchers are delving into its mysteries. They want to understand its effects on the brain and body. They are using modern tools to analyze its components. They are exploring its potential.
Ayahuasca is a complex brew. It contains several psychoactive compounds. The most prominent is dimethyltryptamine, or DMT. DMT is a hallucinogenic tryptamine drug that naturally occurs in many plant species. It can also be made in a laboratory. DMT produces effects similar to those of psychedelics, like LSD and magic mushrooms. Some people refer to the drug by other names, including Dimitri and Fantasia. DMT is a powerful psychedelic. It is responsible for the vivid visions. It is what alters consciousness.
Another key ingredient is harmaline. Harmaline is a monoamine oxidase inhibitors, or MAO inhibitor. These AEW are a class of drugs that inhibit the activity of one or both monoamine oxidase enzymes. They are best known as effective antidepressants, especially for treatment-resistant depression and atypical depression. It prevents the breakdown of DMT in the stomach. This allows DMT to enter the bloodstream. It allows it to reach the brain. Scientists are studying these compounds. They are analyzing their interactions. They are mapping their effects on the nervous system. They are beginning to unravel the science behind the experience.
Neuroimaging studies are providing insights. They are showing how ayahuasca affects brain activity. They are revealing which regions are activated.
They are helping us understand the neurological basis of the experience. Ayahuasca increases activity in certain areas. These areas are associated with emotions, memory, and self-awareness.
It also decreases activity in the default mode network. This network is linked to the sense of self. Its suppression may contribute to the feeling of ego dissolution.
Ayahuasca seems to promote neuroplasticity. This means it can help the brain rewire itself. This could explain its potential for treating mental health conditions.
It suggests that it can facilitate change and healing. These findings are groundbreaking. They offer a glimpse into the complex interplay between brain and consciousness.
They validate the subjective experiences reported by users. They open new avenues for research.
Ayahuasca shows promise in treating various conditions. Studies are investigating its effectiveness for depression. Studies are investigating its effectiveness for anxiety. Studies are investigating its effectiveness for addiction. Preliminary results are encouraging. Larger-scale trials are needed.
Ayahuasca-assisted therapy is emerging. This approach combines ayahuasca ceremonies with psychotherapy. It aims to address the root causes of mental health issues. It provides a framework for integration and healing.
Ayahuasca may help people confront their traumas. It can bring repressed emotions to the surface. It can facilitate emotional processing. It can offer new perspectives on past experiences.
The potential benefits are significant. Ayahuasca could offer a new paradigm for mental health treatment. It could provide relief for those who haven't found success with conventional methods. It could revolutionize the field of psychiatry.
Ayahuasca research is still in its early stages. More studies are needed to fully understand its effects. Long-term follow-up is crucial. Safety and ethical considerations must be addressed.
Researchers are exploring different aspects. They are investigating the optimal dosage. They are studying the role of the shaman. They are examining the impact of different settings.
Standardized protocols are being developed. This will ensure the safety and efficacy of ayahuasca-assisted therapy. It will help regulate its use. It will protect participants.
The future of ayahuasca research is bright. It holds immense potential for advancing our understanding of consciousness and healing. It could lead to new treatments for mental health disorders. It could transform the way we approach mental well-being. The whispers of ayahuasca have reached a global audience. Seekers from around the world are drawn to its promise. They are traveling to the Amazon in search of healing and transformation. A new form of tourism has emerged.
Ayahuasca tourism is booming. Retreat centers are popping up throughout South America. They offer a variety of experiences. Some focus on traditional ceremonies. Others incorporate Western therapeutic practices.
The draw is powerful. People are seeking alternative healing modalities. They are disillusioned with conventional medicine. They are looking for deeper meaning and connection. Ayahuasca offers a path. This influx of tourists brings economic opportunities. It provides income for local communities. It supports the preservation of indigenous cultures. It creates jobs and stimulates growth, but it also presents challenges. The ayahuasca experience is profound. It is a journey into the depths of the self. It can be challenging, cathartic, and transformative. It is not for the faint of heart.
The ceremony takes place at night. The participants gather in a ceremonial space. The shaman prepares the brew. He chants his Icaros. He guides the journey.
The brew is consumed. The effects begin. The world dissolves. Visions appear. Emotions surface. Traumas are revisited. The journey can be intense. The experience is deeply personal. It is unique to each individual. It can lead to profound insights. It can facilitate healing and growth. It can change the course of a life. Ayahuasca tourism has a complex impact. It brings both benefits and challenges. It affects the local communities, the environment, and the tradition itself. It requires careful consideration.
The economic benefits are undeniable. Tourism brings much-needed income to the Amazon. It creates jobs and supports local businesses. It can help preserve indigenous cultures.
However, there are concerns about exploitation. Some retreat centers prioritize profit over ethical practices. They may not adequately compensate local communities. They may not respect indigenous traditions. The environment is also at risk. The increased demand for ayahuasca can lead to over-harvesting of the plant. This threatens the delicate ecosystem of the rainforest. Sustainable practices are crucial. The future of ayahuasca tourism is uncertain. It is at a crossroads. It can be a force for good or it can cause harm. It depends on the choices we make.
Responsible tourism is essential. Retreat centers must prioritize ethical practices. They must work closely with indigenous communities. They must ensure fair compensation and respect cultural traditions.
Sustainability is paramount. The rainforest must be protected. Sustainable harvesting practices are necessary. Cultivation of ayahuasca plants could be a solution.
Ayahuasca tourism has the potential to be a positive force. It can bring healing and understanding. It can bridge cultures and promote respect for indigenous traditions. But it requires careful planning and ethical considerations.
Ayahuasca's journey has extended far beyond the Amazon. It has crossed borders and oceans. It has found its way into communities around the world. It has become a global phenomenon.
The vine's message resonates with many. People from different cultures and backgrounds are drawn to its healing potential. They are seeking alternative ways to address mental health issues. They are looking for spiritual growth.
Ayahuasca circles and retreats are popping up worldwide. From North America to South Africa to Europe, Asia, and Australia, people are gathering to experience the vine's wisdom. They are creating communities around its use.
This global spread brings both opportunities and challenges. It offers the potential for healing and connection on a larger scale, but it also raises concerns about cultural appropriation and responsible use. It requires careful navigation.
Ayahuasca has become a sacrament in some religious contexts. Churches have formed around its use. They blend indigenous traditions with Christian beliefs and other spiritual practices. They offer a unique path to the divine.
Santo Daime is one such church. It originated in Brazil in the early 20th century. It uses ayahuasca as a central element in its rituals. It emphasizes spiritual healing and community.
União do Vegetal, or UDV, is another ayahuasca religion. It also originated in Brazil. It has a hierarchical structure and a focus on personal development. It has gained legal recognition in some countries.
These churches offer a framework for ayahuasca use. They provide guidance and support for members. They emphasize responsible use and spiritual growth. They have played a significant role in the global spread of ayahuasca.
The legal status of ayahuasca varies around the world. In some countries, it is legal for religious or traditional use. In others, it is completely prohibited. The legal landscape is complex and constantly evolving.
DMT, the primary psychoactive component of ayahuasca, is a controlled substance in many countries. This makes the legal status of ayahuasca itself ambiguous in some places. It creates challenges for those seeking to use it legally.
Some countries have granted exemptions for religious use. This allows churches like Santo Daime and UDV to operate legally. However, these exemptions are often subject to specific regulations and restrictions.
The legal gray areas surrounding ayahuasca create uncertainty. It makes it difficult for researchers to study its potential benefits. It also raises concerns about access and safety for those seeking to use it for healing purposes.
As ayahuasca spreads globally, cultural considerations are paramount. It is essential to respect the indigenous origins of the practice. It is important to avoid cultural appropriation and ensure ethical use.
Ayahuasca is a sacred medicine for many indigenous tribes. It is deeply embedded in their cultural and spiritual traditions. It is essential to approach its use with reverence and humility.
Westerners seeking to experience ayahuasca should educate themselves about its cultural context. They should seek guidance from experienced practitioners. They should approach the experience with respect and an open mind.
The commercialization of ayahuasca raises ethical concerns. It is crucial to ensure that indigenous communities benefit from its growing popularity. It is important to avoid exploitation and prioritize sustainability.
Ayahuasca's global journey requires a balance. It is essential to honor its traditional roots while also navigating the complexities of its modern use. It is a delicate dance between cultures and traditions. It requires careful consideration and respect.
Ayahuasca's journey has been long and winding. From the depths of the Amazon to the global stage, it has captivated hearts and minds. It has sparked scientific inquiry and ignited spiritual awakenings. It has challenged conventional thinking and opened new pathways to healing. The vine's whispers have become a global conversation. Ayahuasca's journey is a reflection of our own. It is a story of seeking, healing, and transformation. It is a reminder of our connection to nature and the power of ancient wisdom.
The vine's embrace is both gentle and powerful. It can guide us through the darkest corners of our being. It can awaken us to the interconnectedness of all things.
Ayahuasca is not a panacea. It is not a quick fix. It requires commitment, courage, and a willingness to confront the shadow self. In our next episode, we will focus on the ayahuasca retreats and its impact.